On this step, we are going to pair only 9 of the 12 edge pieces available. To pair them, they need to be positioned just like these two red and white edges. One on the left layer and inside up spot, and one on the right layer and inside down spot. This will work also with both pieces positioned the other way around. Now the trick to pair all 12 edges goes like this. Match up the two edges. Bring the match pair block to the top layer. Replace it with any unmatched pair available on top and bring this unmatched pair back down to the middle layer. Finally, realign the centers. And we have our first pair of edges solved. Now, let's repeat the same process until there are only 3 unsolved edges available. We have this yellow and green on the bottom right. We just need to bring the other yellow-green edge to the top left spot. Now that they are in position, let's repeat the trick. Match up the two edges. Bring the matched pair to the top layer. Replace it with an unmatched pair and bring this unmatched pair back down. Realign the centers. And let's keep going. Now, if you get a situation like this, where you cannot find any unmatched pair on the top layer, just flip the cube over and you will find more unmatched pairs to keep going. If you find this situation where the two edges are opposite to each other but align in the same layer, just bring one of them to the back and match up the two edges, rotating the middle layer 180 degrees. And to realign the centers, rotate the middle layer also 180 degrees. Okay, now that we have only 3 unsolved edges left, let's stop and move to the next step. Now that we have only 3 edges unsolved, we are going to pair the yellow and green pieces applying the edges trick. And with the right orientation of the 2 unsolved edges on top, all 3 remaining edges will come out solved at the end. So, we have on the left side a red-white edge. And on the right side a blue-orange edge. And their twin pieces are just 1 vertical row apart. Now the trick is to place the 2 edges on top, 2 vertical rows apart from their twin pieces. So we need to flip both edges on top. Let's bring them to the back, turning both middle layers vertically 45 degrees. And bring the flipped edges back to the front, rotating the top layer. And we have now the blue-orange twin 2 rows apart, and the red-white also 2 rows apart. We are now ready to apply the edges trick. Match up the yellow-green edges, bring the matched pair to the top layer, replace it with the last unmatched pair, and bring it down to the middle layer. Realign the centers. And as you can see, all 3 edges came out solved. And we are done with the edge pairing. On this step, I'm going to show you how to pair two edges lined up in the same layer. And learning this is crucial because we will use this trick later to fix any PLL parity error that can appear at the very end in three different ways. The whole cube is solved with the exception of two dedges swapped across from each other. Here the same situation, but now with two adjacent edges swapped. Third, the whole cube is solved with the exception of two corners swapped. Now we are going to pair both white-blue edges on the inner top layer. And the trick works like this. Bring one of the edge pieces to the top using the right layer, and then bring it back down to the same spot using the front layer. With this, we move the edge from the inner top left to the inner bottom right, and we'll be able to pair both edge pieces. Let's perform the trick. With both edge pieces facing you, slide the inner top layer to the right. And now we flip the edge piece in the front layer. Bring it to the top with the right layer, slide it out of the way to the back, and fix the right layer back. Now pick up the edge piece with the front layer. Slide the edge into the front and bring it back down to the right. Finally, slide the other edge piece back into the front layer and pair both edges. This is how we pair two lined up edges. And we can use this trick to pair all the 12 edges. Let's repeat the trick on the last two edges available. And for this to work, we need to line up all four pieces. So, we need to flip these two. Now that they are all lined up, we can perform the trick and pair all four pieces. Slide the inner top layer to the right, bring the front edge to the top with the right layer, and slide it out of the way to the back. Rotate the right layer back down. Now rotate the front layer to the left, slide the edge piece in the back into the front, and bring it back down into the right layer. Slide the other edge piece back into the front layer, and pair both edges. And this is it. All edge pieces pair. And remember, we will use this very same trick to fix the PLL parity at the end.